On the internet, you can be anyone, a visionary, a world traveler, a tech queen. Sapphire Egemasi built an online empire based on this idea. Her LinkedIn profile showcased a brilliant programmer with internship at the world's biggest companies. Her Instagram was a glossy magazine of luxury, vacations, and designer style. But behind the digital mask, prosecutors say, was a criminal mastermind, the architect of a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. This is the story of how the FBI unraveled a sophisticated web of deceit, leading to the arrest of a tech star, a carefully crafted illusion. To her thousands of followers, Sapphire Egemasi was the definition of success, a Nigerian tech enthusiast who seems to be conquering the corporate world. Online, she was known as the Tech Queen, a title she cultivated with meticulous care. Her resume was impeccable, or so it seemed. She claimed to have held roles at giants like British Petroleum, H&M, and Zara. These weren't just jobs. They were a symbol of elite status. They built a foundation of credibility that made her seem untouchable. This image was funded by a lifestyle most people only dream of. Her social media was a highlight reel of exotic destinations, from the sun-drenched shore of Greece to the historic street of Portugal. But according to the FBI, these weren't vacation photos. They were receipts, evidence of a crime spree funded by stolen money. So what was the alleged crime? It was a sophisticated and brazen scheme known as Business Email Compromise, or BEC. The syndicate, which included Egemasi and her alleged Ghanaian co-conspirators Samuel Kwadwo Osei, set their sight on a huge target, the United States government. Investigators say Sapphire Egemasi was the syndicate's tech lead. Her role was critical. She allegedly designed and built highly convincing spoof websites. These were pixel-perfect copies of official government domains created with one goal in mind: to steal login credentials. An unsuspecting government employee would receive a phishing email, click a link, and land on a site they thought was legitimate. They would enter their username and password, and just like that, the gang was in. They had the keys to the kingdom. Between September 2021 and February 2023, they used this access to defraud the city of Kentucky out of millions of dollars. Once they have the money, the next challenge was to make it disappear. This is where the conspiracy deepened. Egemasi and her crew allegedly orchestrated complex wire transfers, laundering the stolen funds through a series of bank accounts to hide their origin. The federal indictment reveals just how successful they were. Text message records obtained by investigators shows the gang celebrating their wins. In one instance from August 2022, they successfully rerouted nearly $1 million, $965,000 to be exact, into a PNC bank account they controlled. Around the same time, another $330,000 was funneled into an account with Bank of America. For months, the FBI pieced together the puzzle. They followed the digital breadcrumbs from the fake website in the UK, where Egemasi was based, back to her suspected ties in Ghana, and finally to the bank account in the US. The digital charade came to a dramatic end around April 10, 2025. FBI agents moved in. Sapphire Egemasi was arrested not in her lavish UK apartment, but in the Bronx, New York, alongside other members of the syndicate. The 2024 federal grand jury indictment lays out the charges: multiple count charge of internet fraud and money laundering. The glamorous tech queen and her co-accusers were taken into federal custody. They are now being held pending trial in Lexington, Kentucky, the very state they are accused of defrauding, and the consequences are severe. If convicted, Egemasi and the others face a potential prison sentence of over 20 years. On top of that, they faced massive financial penalties to pay back what they stole. And for non-citizens like Egemasi, a guilty verdict means eventual deportation after their sentence is served, the end of their American dream, and the start of a very real nightmare. The story of Sapphire Egemasi is a stark warning for the digital age. It shows how easily a persona of success can manufacture online and how that persona can be used as a cover for devastating crime. It highlights the growing threat of sophisticated phishing schemes that target not just individuals but entire government agencies. This case reminds us that behind every profile, every post, and every impressive job title, there's a reality we can't always see. Sometimes that reality is inspiring, but other times, as the FBI claims in this case, it is carefully constructed lie designed to steal, defraud, and deceive. What do you think about this story? Is it a surprise someone could maintain such a public profile while allegedly committing these crimes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this analysis interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dive into the story shaping our world.